Hi there, I'm Rachael Bebe. Welcome. So, we're going to talk about stopping the struggle, the secret to becoming a sought after PMU specialist and filling your diary with dream clients. I'm seriously glad you're here. If you're feeling stuck, invisible, or just plain tired of hustling for scraps in this industry, you're in the right place. Let's get real about what it is to finally stand out and get booked out solid. Just going to move me over there. That's a better corner. Our agenda for today. First up, we're going to talk about why so many talented PMU artists get stuck in overwhelm and self-doubt and how to break out of that cycle for good. It's real and a lot of people are feeling the same thing. Next, I'll show you the exact blueprint I use every day and now teach to attract mature skin clients, the most loyal, high value niche that almost nobody else is focusing on. Then I'll walk you through how to turn every appointment into a 5-star experience that keeps clients coming back, raving about you and sending their friends your way. And stick around to the end because what I have on offer for you, you will find very, very interesting. A way to shortcut your journey and finally become the go-to specialist in your area. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. If you're here today, you already know the PMU industry can be life-changing, helping women to feel beautiful, confident and seen. You dream of being that artist, the one everyone talks about, the one with the wait list, the one who's always in demand. You want to wake up excited, knowing your calendar is full of clients who value your work and pay you what you're worth. You crave that feeling of confidence, walking into your studio knowing you're the go-to specialist, not just another face in the crowd. But the issue is, it feels like no matter how much you learn, there's always more to learn. The overwhelm is real, it really is, and it's paralyzing. You're bombarded with advice, new techniques, and endless must-have trainings, yet none of it actually seems to be moving the needle. That's a little needle there. And let's be honest, the self-doubt creeps in. You start wondering if you're even cut out for this, if you've just wasted a ton of money chasing a dream. You probably tried following every guru on Instagram, hoping their tips would finally get you noticed. And maybe you've invested in expensive courses only to feel more and more lost and overwhelmed than before. Or the main offender, you've tried to be everything to everyone, taking any client you can, even if it means working for peanuts and feeling totally burnt out. What I've discovered is this: the real breakthrough doesn't come from doing more, but doing the right things in the right order to the right people. When you're focused on a niche that's overlooked, like mature skin clients, you instantly stand out. You become the specialist. Imagine that. You're the specialist in your area for mature skin clients. You're not just another artist. And when you have a clear step-by-step blueprint to follow, the overwhelm disappears because no longer do you have to learn everything about everyone, about every pigment, about every this, every that. Now we're just saying, hello, mature skin client, and you've got everything you need to know to set you up to look after all of those women in that area. You get your confidence back, your diary fills up, and you'll finally start making money that you deserve. How we got here today. Before I walk you through all that, let me share how this became to be. It's a nice photo. My salon was buzzing. I was fully booked actually, surrounded by beautiful clients and genuinely loved what I did. PMU was my favorite, but I was only doing it a handful of those treatments a week. This was back in 2003, I got trained in that. I thought I had it all figured out, but deep down I knew there was more I could get personally out of my business for myself, not just satisfaction. I just didn't know what it all looked like yet. And let me tell you, when I did it years ago, it wasn't that expensive and there wasn't a lot of money in PMU. I just loved how it made me feel and how it made my clients feel. Then one day everything changed. A woman in her 60s came in for an eyebrow tattoo. She was very nervous. She almost felt guilty for wanting to be beautiful. She told me she felt invisible. My heart sank, like she was fading into the background as she got older. That hit me hard. I had no idea women felt like this. I tattooed her eyebrows, wanting to see her the way that I saw her. Whoops, vibrant and beautiful that was. When we finished, she looked into the mirror and the difference in her self-esteem took my breath away. She stood taller and she smiled at herself and she said she felt like her old self again. She cried happy tears, hugged me and left my salon a different person. That moment was my wake-up moment and I realised my PMU skills weren't just about performing eyebrows, eyeliner and lip tattooing. They were about giving women back their confidence, making them feel seen, valued and beautiful at any age. I was empowering them. And I have to tell you, money was the bonus and still to this day is. The way that I make somebody feel makes me feel great, and then what do you know, I get this money for it. From that day on, I started focusing on mature skin clients. I took it on as a bit of a challenge to see how I could go with it. I changed the language in my ads and my posts, speaking differently to them, making them feel heard. I tweaked my mapping and tattooing techniques to suit their needs. And here I am today with a business that most artists, PMU artists, wish that they had. And you know what? My business exploded. My calendar was filled with divine clients, women who were polite, appreciative, deserving. They paid. I could finally control my schedule, take time off when I wanted, and work with clients who are so appreciative. That in itself was overwhelming. And I stopped doing beauty from that day forward. Only PMU now. Now every day I get to empower women. I help them feel visible and beautiful again. And I run a business that's not just profitable, but it's deeply fulfilling. And that's what I want for you too. And that's why I'm so excited to share this with you today. The PMU Pivot Power Path. This is your 3-step blueprint to becoming the go-to specialist for mature skin. This is the exact roadmap that I use to go from just another artist to the one everyone in my area is talking about. Let's break that down. Step 1, you find your edge or your USP, your unique selling point. Self-evaluation and competition research. This is where you get brutally honest about your strengths, your gaps, and what's really happening in your local PMU scene. There's a lot to unwrap there. But it's really important because you can't stand out if you don't know what makes you feel different or what everyone else is doing. Most artists skip this. They just copy what's trending on Instagram and wonder why they're invisible. But you're about to get strategic, or you're going to think differently. When you know what your edge is or your unique selling point, you stop competing on price and start competing on value. You become the artist clients seek out, not the one they settle for. What's involved? First, we take a hard look at your own work. What are you proud of? What do you need help with? And where do you feel shaky? Yeah, and you are honest with this. This is for your eyes only, and don't worry about it. It's all about to be perfected. Next, you do a little market stalking. Check out other PMU artists in the area, what they're offering, what's missing, how much they offer, what other services they offer, what price they're charging. And what do you know? No one else is specialising in mature skin. I even know that without looking. Now, ask yourself, is this the opportunity and strategic gap you have been looking for? You see, you've got the experience now. You've done the course. You've still got heaps to learn, but instead of learning everything, we're just going to teach you this. Down here for the mature skin. Truth bomb. PMU artists worry about doing mature skin tattooing. It's really, really easy in reality. Once you know how and it also suffices for sensitive skin and those wanting the most natural brows. It's a win-win. So while we're focusing and talking to mature skin clients, if somebody wants a natural brow, they are going to gravitate to you as well. I leaned in, I learned everything I could about mature skin, and I started speaking directly to those clients on social media. Suddenly I wasn't competing. I was the only one in my lane. You may be thinking, but how will I know how to do their tattooing? It's harder. No, it's not actually. It's not. I teach you what to look for, what to do. It's actually very, very easy. But that's a secret safe inside the course. One of my students did this exercise and she realised she could easily tattoo this mature skin. Previously, she was petrified of it because it doesn't look as beautiful, but it is. Can you see how powerful it is to have an edge or a USP? This is the foundation for everything else. Are you ready to move on? So that's step number one. Well, you found your edge, your unique selling point. Now let's talk about how to own your niche and how to perfect your technique. This is where things get juicy. Step two, you own your own niche. So you're defining your path and you're perfecting your technique. And this is where you stop being a jack of all trades and start being the go-to artist for mature skin. It's about focus. It's about mastery. It's about making yourself the obvious choice. Why owning your own niche is important? Because when you try to serve everyone, you end up serving no one. Again, when you try to service everybody, you end up serving no one. But when you own your own niche, you become unforgettable. Most PMU artists are out there chasing trends. You're there with them at the moment, trying to please every client that walks through the door. But you're strategic. You're about to become the specialist, the one mature clients trust with their faces. When you focus on mature skin, you're not just filling a gap, you're building a reputation. You're the artist who gets it, who knows how to make women feel seen, heard, and beautiful at any age. What's involved? First, you need to get crystal clear on this client's mature skin isn't just an age. It's a mindset, it's a set of needs, a whole vibe, even a discipline. You'll start speaking their language in your marketing. Your consultations, you'll be listening to them. You'll find out what they don't want. Your mapping is so easy when I show you the technique that we do. That tattooing is even easy, and the aftercare is easy because it's all just for this mature skin or natural brow finished result. Next, you perfect your technique. Mature skin needs a different approach, more accurate mapping, different pigment choices. Naturally, pigments are suggested here to take the guesswork out. So I tell you all the pigments and the needles that you need to use, so you don't need to worry about all that noise of all those other needles and pigments out there. A lighter touch, and this is where you become a true artist, not just a technician. And don't forget, every detail matters. From the way you greet your clients to the way you explain aftercare, you're building trust and loyalty with every interaction. And that's where the 5-star Google reviews come in every time because they love you. Story time. I had a client in her late 60s who was terrified of her brows looking drawn on. Ladies always say in their consultations, I don't want them thicker and darker. Every client says that to me. That's fine. That's the trend for the younger ladies, and we respect that. But I tell her she will get beautiful natural brows, and of course then she sends me 3 friends within a month. And it just keeps going on and on. Another student of mine started posting before and afters of her mature clients, sharing their own stories and struggles. Her inbox consisted of women commenting, I feel like you're talking to me. Because her language had changed in her marketing. She had that lady in mind, and that's who she was talking to. You're probably thinking, what if I mess it up? What if mature skin is too hard? It's not too hard. It really, really isn't. Honestly, it's just different. It's not harder. Once you know the tweaks, it's actually easier than you think. One of my students was so nervous about her first mature client, she followed the processes, took her time, and the client cried happy tears. Now, mature skin is her favourite thing to do in a client. Can you see how powerful it is to own your own niche and perfect your technique? This is where you become the obvious choice and the one clients trust and recommend. So that's step 2. You're not just another PMU artist, you're the mature skin specialist. Are you ready for the final step? Let's talk about how to keep this momentum going and thrive on repeat. So far we've covered, let's just take a second to recap what you've gotten today. First, you've learned how to find your edge, how to get brutally honest about your strengths, spot the gaps in the market, and finally see the opportunity that's there right in front of you. Then we dove into owning your own niche, how to define your path, perfect your technique, and become the obvious choice for mature skin clients who are desperate for someone who gets it. And finally, we briefed over how to thrive on repeat, how to build simple systems, use checklists, playbooks, and keep your business strong, your calendar full, and your stress low, which is all part of the PMU pivot. It's all there. It's all there. It's a business blueprint. Because now you are the specialist of mature skin PMU. So you've got the blueprint, you've got the real talk, and you've seen that it's not about doing more. It's about doing the right things in the right order for the right people. It's about pivoting from where you are now. Let me ask you this. Did you get some new insights from our presentation today? Do you feel more clear and comfortable with how to finally stand out and fill your diary with dream clients? Do you feel good? Do you feel you got good value for your time today? Hoping you said yes to all these 3 questions, by the way. So what I've shared with you today is simple in concept, but nuanced in execution. It's not enough to just get it. You need to actually apply it to your own business with real support and a proven plan. A special invitation is, so with your permission, I'd like to extend a special invitation to join me inside the PMU Pivot program. It's a mouthful. So where after just 2 weeks, you will be the go-to PMU specialist for mature skin in your area with a full calendar, maybe not a full calendar after 2 weeks. Raving clients, people will love your work, a business you're proud of, and guess what? Finally, the money's coming in. My promise to you, if you show up, do the work, and implement what I share, you'll have the confidence. That is huge. The confidence, the skills, because we've rehearsed it and mastered it, the systems, because they're there to stand out and fill up your diary. This is for you if you're the clever PMU artist who's tired of feeling invisible, overwhelmed and underbooked, and you're ready to finally become the specialist everyone's talking about. The PMU Pivot is a 6-week, step-by-step blueprint, everything you need to know about mature skin PMU. Everything. You don't need to jump back on the internet to know anything. You get video trainings, templates, and a real-world support. No fluff, no overwhelm, just what actually works. VIP is the premium option, and it's $500 added on. If you choose the VIP option, you'll have access to a private community of artists on the same journey that you can talk about. I'm there answering questions as well. You get an extra month's access to the program. By the way, the 6 weeks is just to keep you on track so you don't get bored with it, to get it done nice and quickly. And then you get a one-on-one session with me where we can nut out some of your problems. So you're never alone or left guessing. And you'll get the direct feedback from me so you can ask questions, get unstuck and keep moving forward. For the first 5 people only, there's a fast action bonus. If you join and pay in full during this webinar, you'll get a one-on-one with me. So you'll know exactly what to focus on first. Special invitation, the PMU Pivot. So here's the deal. The PMU Pivot program is $2,000. The VIP is $2,500. Something I would like to say to you is if you're in the industry and you're struggling and you're frustrated and you're down to your last $2,000, do you go and buy another course? Do you throw it all in and go and buy a holiday or part thereof a holiday? Or do you buy the answer, the solution, and move forward and start making money? The ball's in your court. So special one-time investment. However, if you would like a payment plan, there is a payment plan for you. It's coming up. How you get started, ready to finally become the go-to artist for PMU skin, then you click on the link and choose which one you would like. Remember, this is your chance to stop struggling and start thriving. You deserve to be the artist that everybody's talking about. So you know the 6-week time frame. That's why I said we do it nice and quick so you don't lose interest. I'm setting you up for success. Here's the instalment plan, but we can talk about that. That is an option for you. It's a little bit dearer, but that's the option. And let's recap all you get. This is one of my favourite photos ever. I absolutely love this photo. It's a 6-week PMU pivot program. I don't call it a course because it's not a course, it's a program. We're setting you, we haven't got stuff you don't need. There's only everything you need. So it's not full on, but it's everything to you is relevant. There's 3 powerful bonuses. There's a private community with direct support. There's a VIP upgrade available. That's if you want to fast track with me. If you want to get into nitty gritty and get things happening, have questions answered, I always have to go VIP. There's the fast action bonus, and it's all for $2,000 or $2,500. This equals the business that you've been looking for. This is the solution for you. My name is Rachael Bebe. I'm a cosmetic tattooist of 21 years, and I put together the PMU Pivot program for ladies who want to succeed and fast track their experience and use my wisdom. I hope I get to meet you. Either way, I hope this has made you look and reevaluate how you position yourself in the marketplace. You can try and niche in on clients, or you can go the fast track way. Have a fantastic week.